Hi YouTube, Surrey from AV Prepping. So I'm on my lunch break right now and I wanted to come out and make this video. I've been getting some data and I wanted to get it out. So will you be affected by the Colonial Pipeline being hacked by cyber terrorists, basically? Those are the questions we're gonna get answered in this real short, quick video. So last week we all know that the Colonial Pipeline, which provides about 45% of the gas to the East Coast, was hacked and attacked basically by, I believe it was the dark side Russian cyber criminals. And what kind of effect is that going to have? What kind of numbers are we going to have in the coming weeks with prices of things? Obviously the gas price is going to go up, but it's probably going to affect pretty much anything that gets brought by train or trucks to the stores. So let's look at some of the numbers. So this information I got it from two sources. I got it from Fox News and CNN, and I'll have a link to in the description below to where you can click on these links. They're both on YouTube. And this is from Gas Buddy, and they look at their petroleum around the nation and the prices of gas. So right now on the East Coast, they had an increase, and this is from last week, of 32.5%. The Midwest, 16.2%. The Gulf Coast, 13.1%. The Rocky Mountain region, 7.6%. And the East Coast, 8.4% increase of gas consumption from last week. It was reported today, Tuesday, that in North Carolina, 8.5% of the gas stations in North Carolina and 7.7% of the gas stations in Virginia are out of gas. In other states around the area, let's see, Florida, 2.8% of the gas stations are out, Georgia 5.8%, and South Carolina 3.8%. So how is this going to affect us? Like I said, it's going to affect our gas prices, obviously. And all the goods that come to the stores are obviously going to go up. So Gas Buddy's reporting that this panic buying is going to have lasting effects more than a week. They say that the gas line will be up in 1 week. You know, who knows? Hopefully it will be. If it's not, it's obviously going to last longer, but this will affect the entire nation. Any goods that come from the East Coast, it's going to cost them more on the West Coast. They haven't been attacked yet, but all it takes is, I guess, a few keystrokes on a computer and, you know, you can cripple an economy. Look what COVID did to us, and look what's happening right now. People are panic buying. You know, is it hoarding or is it prepping? Well, if you're a prepper, you probably don't get much less than a quarter of a tank of gas. You know, you have 3/4 of a tank of gas and you fill up. That's what my wife and I do. We have 17 gallons of gas always at home. I had to go fill a 5-gallon bucket up this morning, and I didn't have any problems. There wasn't any lines. The gas station I went to did not raise its gas prices, but one next to it had gone up 10 cents from the previous day. You know, I want people to think about this. What happens if the freight companies had a cyber attack on them? You know, Walmart, you know, we're a point of sale. It's a 3-day turnaround before our inventory stock back up. It's like we didn't learn from the pandemic, and it's all happening over again. So my advice to everybody is, don't go out and start hoarding stuff, but when you go to the store, buy some extra food. You know, start with an extra week's worth of food. And, you know, this is kind of a hedge on inflation, I guess, because inflation's going to hit. General Mills, the CEO of General Mills, said we're going to have inflation like we've never had in many, many, many years, and he feels bad for the generation coming up because they have to deal with it. And my concern now is the government's going to stick their little fingers in there, toxic fingers, and they're going to poison it more. You know, they won't let the free market do what the free market should. So get prepared. You know, if you can afford to get a little bit of extra food, start getting your extra food, because if our supply chain gets hit, you know, our freight people, we're going to be in deep trouble, worse than the COVID. So please take this seriously. about a year and we're going to start dealing with shortages again. We're dealing with shortages right now with gas, and I just see it getting worse from here. So get your food, watch the videos that I put out, other people put out, start getting prepared. We're all in this, big green boat together, and we have to be able to weather the storm, which we will, but it just might get bad in lean times. We'll have other videos on the gardening that we do. We can food. Get your stuff together. Be prepared. They talk about SHTF, the shizzle hitting the fan. Well, it hit the fan last year, and it's kind of just kept going. It's like a slow train wreck. As I said before, remember, the government doesn't have the sharpest tools in the shed.